The technical team will have a meeting with the board when the season is over, and we will take it from there. Seems like Chiefs does not understand the concept of if it ain't broken, don't fix it. These were the words obviously from Arthur Zwane before the game against the Morocco Swallows, talking about this thing. He further said, we are going to give the incoming coach that report so that he knows the challenges of the individuals. The incoming coach, I thought we were past this. I thought we had decided Uguti Zwane is the coach. We will talk about that in this video. Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. My name is Bilo and I'm your host. And today we'll just talk about this thing that Zwane has said on Friday, because it seems like from this thing that I've just read, he's not going to be the coach next season. And I know Vele, the arguments, some people are saying, hey, he shouldn't come in, but I'm just going to bring some of these things to your attention why Uguti Zwane should remain the coach. Because the first thing that Zwane always tries to say, Uguti, he wants continuity in the team. And the continuity is not just good for any team. Uguti Valley continuity, we need it just because it's a football team. It's important on that context, but more importantly for a team that has gone 8 years without winning a cup. Because in the Sekteni, if they bring in a new coach, for the first thing is that under Zwane in the past few weeks, we have seen Uguti has settled in a 4-2-3-1 as a formation or a 4-3-3. So now we know already Uguti, this is a system we're expecting from the Chiefs. Zwane has been clear Uguti wants a team that will play the ball, which we have seen the team do. And if Uguti coach, there's no guarantee Uguti kuzodlala 4-3-3. There's no guarantee Uguti into ezokwenzeka abadlali will still be the same, because we know Uguti any coach that will come in, they will want their own players. And as much as kungeke kube ukuthi mhlambe yibo abazodecide ukuthi they want this type of players, but they could hint towards that ukuthi this is the kind of player that I need. For instance, if you bring in a coach from Egypt, those people from Egypt, coaches, they usually like playing abadlali abade who are physical, abakwazi ukhetha ibhola, and bakhona abanye abaskillful, but you know ukuthi North African countries usually play ibhola very physical and all of that stuff. So all of a sudden, something that we're trying to move from lentoka kick and hope izobuya ku-Chiefs, and nabadlali azobathenga vele. Chiefs will be trying to make a personnel fit the system that the coach is playing. Kanti kuzwane bese kuyinto ehlukile, and all of a sudden you're bringing in a new coach, and what's going to happen vele ukuthi yonke into izoshintsha. And the second thing is that this thing of changing coaches from time to time, not from time to time, constantly, ilimaza i-consistency ne-momentum yabadlali. Buka ukuthi umshini ubekuphi last season under Zwane and under Hunt. And all of a sudden, bayamxosha uHunt, fine, Vele wasn't doing well. And then Baxter comes in, umhlalise benchini. Manje umshini looks like an average player. It actually looks below average, not because it's his fault, but because he's not been given enough game time. And now if you bring in another coach, abadlali kade sesibabona bangena efomini. For instance, siyabona siyazi vele uFrost Lamnandi, siyabona ukuthi uNgcobo bese performer under uZwane lately kule game yayizolo, and nakule game Arrows before aze anze whatever that happened. But siyabona ukuthi these things, indlela uZwane afuna i-team idlale ngayo, indlela uZwane afuna abadlali babe yiyo, bese siqala siyibone eteamini. But if you change that, then you're killing off momentum. Even Unange, you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know ukuthi I was critical of him, but under Zwane he became a different player. Now what's to say ukuthi under another coach he could just become the worst player that we've ever seen? You understand? So you cannot just go around just changing a coach umuntu obubona ukuthi izinto azenzayo are improving the team. If you are enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like so that YouTube can spread it to more people like you. Now let's continue to the second point, is that obviously if you're bringing in a new coach, he will be a short-term fix. What do I mean? The first thing is that the priorities for any coach, for any employer, for any employee rather, is to impress in their job. And how do you impress in football as a coach? It's obvious, by winning cups, and there will be the pressure that will be on any coach ozoza ngaphandle. Angeke acabange i-long-term goal, because my nikezwe contract, he's not going to be given a 5-year deal. Uzonikezwe 18 months, and uyazi ukuthi in this 18 months kumele mina ngiwine something within the first 6 months in the shape of MTN 8 before kuye ku-World Cup. I win MTN 8 and uyazi ukuthi MTN 8 mase ngiwin MTN 8, I've solidified my stance with the club. And once the club sees ukuthi usesiwinele icup, bazomhlalisa only to find ukuthi this is not such a good coach after all, because ku-MTN 8 you have ama-quarter finals, you have 2 semi-finals, then you have a final. Those are 4 matches. But in the league, you're playing 30 matches, you have a Telecom knockout, you have a Nedbank Cup, so you have way more matches than just the MTN 8. But if the coach knows ukuthi I am in a short-term contract, then I need to capitalize on this short term so that the team can keep me, which would be the case. And we don't want to see that, because if you're keeping a coach just because they won 4 matches, and then you're not gauging them based on what they've done throughout the season, which is what we've seen. He can provide consistent, he can provide stability. Let me correct myself. He has provided consistency. He has provided stability to the team. So why fix that if it's not broken? I am really hoping what Zwane was saying there was just maybe to throw people off and to not make it seem like he has the job. But from what he's been saying in recent weeks, like if the job comes my way, blah blah blah, he was showing positivity to it's like he knows he's gonna get the job. But after that press conference, it seemed like uyazi already the team has probably called him to the side and say, you know what, be an assistant to the next coach, and then maybe we'll end up calling you and making you the coach. But it doesn't seem like that. I hope I am wrong. Now, another thing, ama-studies vele, as I was saying, indaba short-term contract is not, indaba short-term fix is not so good. It's because there's one thing that they've studied, ama-scientists amakhulu, ukuthi these new coaches, they seem vele to come in, first 10 matches, everyone is just going wild. And then the next thing that happens is that after 10 matches, the form usually drops. And for abadlali be-Chiefs, kule form abakuyo and indlela abadlala ngayo manje, you don't need a coach ozofika abanikeza ama-hopes aphinda behlise kanje, because indaba yokuthi kuze umuntu osazoqala phansi afunde i-team kunomuntu oseyi-understanda i-team, that's not gonna help vele in a long term. So vele angafika in the first 10 matches I win everything including MTN 8, and usually i-transfer window isavuliwe lapho. So then the team will see good, okay, he's doing well, let's break the bank for him because he's won his first 10 matches, only to find ukuthi it's not gonna work so much. That's why you find some players akade be good in their teams coming to a new team and not playing so great, because sometimes these many changes that players have to go through are not so good. And now if you're gonna do that for all the players asebejwayele uZwane, and the very same players njalo kade beku-Hunt, the very same players kade beku-Baxter, so kunalezi zinto nje ukuthi it's all over in the same team too. It's different if you're going to a different system in a different team. But if you're just gonna bring all these changes to the very same team, ulimaza abadlali man. Hayi. And vele another thing that we'll have to confront on my third point is that ezinye zeyinkinga kwi-Chiefs is beyond coaching. It's not just the coaches, it's the quality of the players that we have. For instance, masuka kwi-quality ngikhuluma in terms of how good they are and also how old they are. Ngizokubalela. You have Urama, who's over 30. He plays as our center back right now and he's improved his form, but we can't rely on that because ulimalile, and it's not like ubamhlabile kakhulu, but sekukhona ukuthi fragile, usemdala yabo, over 30. You have Uhlanti, he's out, long-term injury. Cardoso no Matoho, I can talk about their quality because of the mistakes that we've seen them make, high-profile mistakes, not small mistakes. And we can also talk about in terms of their age, badala. Next thing, you have Ukole naye le game le, yes, ube suspended in the last game, but waphuma esekhathele esekramp. Why? Mdala naye. Same thing Nonange, he's over 30 nabo vela ngisho ukuthi everyone who is over 30 should leave the team. But what I am saying ukuthi the number of players that I'm counting right now, Upaka is turning 36, think he's gonna renew his contract. You have Manyama, he's been coming back, then going back to the injury list again. Mdala naye. You have Ukama naye. By the way, on Lebohang Mayam bevele nenkinga before signing with Chiefs yama injuries. Even when he came to Chiefs, he was injured. So kunale nto ukuthi we also just sign players esazi ukuthi banenkinga yama-injury. How is that gonna achieve a goal? How is that gonna help the team be consistent if uzodlalisa abadlali or uzothenga abadlali abanama-injury issues? You also have Ukama. Ukama has been good for us, he's good for us, but now he's aging. You have Castro. Abengasinikezi lutho. uNukovic angimbali nakumbala, he's still 29, but still you see good all our players are just edging closer to 30 or are above 30, and because of that you cannot rely on them good. They will consistently turn up for each and every game. They will consistently play the high level of football that you need from a team such as the Kaizer Chiefs. Uguti, you need them to be pressing, you need them to be chasing after the ball, you need them to play Ebola with a high tempo, you need them to be pressing ama opponents ukuthi angakwazi ukuthi kube sidominate ama-team onjengo-Swallows. I know Swallows is a good team, but Swallows Chiefs is an even bigger team. So we are not expecting at any point in time to be outplayed by Arrows. It shouldn't be happening, but it happens because the quality of our players is not good enough. One of the players I've also mentioned on the previous video was the fact that Ubakas is good as a player going forward, but defensively he's not so great. So you have all these imbalances in the team that are there, and it doesn't just come down to the coach kuphela. Ku-Baxter sasibone he was making clear blunders, but kuZwane sesibonile uyabanikeza abadlali an opportunity to play, and the ones that is giving the opportunity to play, some of them are just simply not turning up. Ukambula, I'm hoping ukuthi he performs better next season, but if you change the coach, Lono besizama ukumnikeza a chance, that's 3 million down the drain again, wasting more money. So the option and the solution is not always about just sacking the coach, get another coach. And this is not to say we can't get a coach who's going to be good and long-term at Kaizer Chiefs and do well, but a Mupu coach that has lasted more than 4 years with Chiefs. In recent history, just I'm going to sit here and tell. Because we have uBaxter beqeda kubuya, it wasn't long term. Hunt wahamba, uMintentorpo bebuya naye first stint yakhe wasn't a long term, and before that kwakuBaxter uKompela naye wahluleka because naye wayenganikezwa abadlali abafunayo. I-management insist ukuthi izomthengela a certain quality of players, because ngeke ukuthi ucoach was good at Arrows afike ku-Chiefs siyamhlula and then ahambe ku-Sundowns aphinde futhi afika contribute positively. That means the Chiefs now has something to do in terms of abadlali ekumele bathenge. I-signing kaDupree kumele ngabe it's over the line manje. Akumele ngabe sisalokhu sithi hey asiminceni Sundowns might end up buying uDupree. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't. We should be buying these players. That's what big teams do. Showy intention, and that's how you're also going to attract more and better players, because you are signing big and better players, potential stars abadlali abakhombisa ukuthi bazoba a future ye club. What do you think about this thing shows one? Do you think really Chiefs might end up appointing another coach? Because to me it wouldn't make sense if they did, So let me know what you think down in the comment section, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. In this channel we speak everything Kaizer Chiefs, and if you're interested in content like that, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also like this video so that YouTube can spread it to more people like you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelo more.